I want to hear from you. I'm not just asking how you're doing, just because it's a nice thing to say. I really want to know how you're doing. Okay, so just tell me how you're doing. How are you today? What's going on? How is it where you are? Is it sunny? Is it evening? What is going on with you where you are? I just want to know. Issy says, I'm doing great and feeling pumped for the session. I love it. I love to hear that. Thank you. It's a cool evening. I love it. It's not as hot as where I am. It's hot here. It's afternoon here and it's hot. All right. Okay, so it looks like we can get this started right away. So hello everyone, and it's a beautiful day to be reaching you again with our Reset 2021 series. Last time we had a guest and we looked at reset from pain to purpose. And today we're going to be looking at resets from confusion to clarity. So this is going to be very interactive. If you are watching me, wherever you're watching from, I want you to drop your comments, drop it from in the chat. When I ask a question, please respond, just so that I am able to understand where it is that you are on your journey, okay? So we're going to be looking at from confusion to clarity. It's still our reset series. And the point of this series is to help us recalibrate for this mid-year season and say, how do I want the rest of the year to go? What do I want to see happen for me in the rest of this year? Okay, that's the point of us doing this reset series. So if the first half of your year was amazing, that's beautiful. It just means, what can I do? What can I do more of? How can I increase what I'm doing? How can I make things better? And if it was not too fantastic, well, it's okay, because that's why you're here, to recalibrate, to reset, so that you can see, tell yourself, I'm going to ensure that the rest of my year is more beautiful than the first part of the year. Okay, I like to say that the day we wake up is our own morning. So it doesn't matter where you are on your journey. It doesn't matter what is going on with you, where you are, what has gone on in the past. It doesn't matter as much as what you do with the rest of this year, with the rest of the future. All right. So we're going to look at from confusion to clarity today. And I'm going to do something very interesting that I want you to also be a part of as I share, okay? But before I get into that, I'm going to show you something. Before I get into that, when I get there, I'll let you know that I'm there and that I need you to please tell me what you think. All right? Okay. So let me share a bit with you about what is that we're going to do here today. We're going to do this, and it's going to take about 50 minutes thereabouts to complete this presentation, inclusive of questions and just a bit of feedback from you as well. Of course, if you registered for our masterclass series, what that means is that you can get access to the replay of this session once we are done. Okay, so you don't need to stress about anything. If you don't catch something while we're doing it, or you just want to go back and watch again, the replay is available and it's accessible to you if you registered for this series. And of course, as I'm speaking, if you have any questions at all, any comments, any thoughts, something you don't understand, you want me to repeat or whatever it is, please ask me. Let me know so that we can take it together. Okay, so my name is Oluseye Ashiru, for those who do not know me, and I'm going to be your guide, your tour guide, I like to say, through this masterclass. So what I'm going to just be doing is facilitating this session, meaning I want you to participate. I want you to give me feedback as we're talking, just having a general discussion. And then I want to hear from you about what resonates with you as I share. I am also here in the capacity of the Executive Director of Mom University, because this masterclass series is being hosted by Mom University, and it's one of our free resources that we offer to those in our community here in Mom University. So whether you are a part of Mom University or not, or whether all you're doing is just following us on social media, maybe you're part of people that just admire us from afar, whatever the case may be, you have access to all of our master classes as long as you register for them. We give you access to all of them so that you can also grow as a member of our community, even if you are not yet a member of our membership or a member of our school, students in our school. Whatever that looks like for you, we want you to know that you have access to this masterclass series. I also like to say that I am passionate about mothers. So if you're a mom and you're listening to me, I want to say, well, I'm in the right company because I am totally passionate about adding value to mothers. I like to help mothers, support them through the journey of motherhood because I understand how tough sometimes, how challenging, how overwhelming sometimes motherhood can be. All right. So if you are a mom and you're feeling overwhelmed, you're feeling tired, you're struggling, whatever that looks like for you, I want you to notice that you're not alone. There are many other people, many other mothers who are in this same state that you're in. And the beautiful part about it is you don't have to stay there. You don't have to stay there. And I'm glad that you're watching this today. You're listening to me speak today because we're going to look through some things that would shift you from a place of confusion, overwhelm, into a space where you are living a life of purpose. All right? So let's get this train moving. What does confusion look like? And this is where I was talking about, where I want to hear from you. What does confusion look like? And while I paint a picture of what confusion could look like for you, I want you to let me know in the chats by saying, yes, that's me, or this looks like me right now. This is where I am on my journey right now. There's no need for you to be uncomfortable about this. It's the reason you're here so that we can all grow together. We can learn together. We can share together. If you're not sharing with us or with me what is going on in your life, how can I know how to support you through the journey? So I want to hear from you as I share, as we paint together a picture of what confusion may look like for you in different areas of your life. Here at Mom University, we like to use what we call our 5-circle analogy to share with you the 5 circles of a mother's life. We talk about a mother in terms of her, but I'm going to show you a bit about that, but let me just give a bit of an overview. We talk about a mother in terms of the 5 circles of her life, and we look at her as a mom, as a whole person. We talk about her spirituality, we talk about her wellness, we talk about her family, we talk about her relationships, and we talk about her enterprise. Okay? And we feel like that kind of like covers who we are as moms. And if we are going to thrive as mothers, then all of these areas of our lives need to be in sync. Meaning your wheel should not be messed up in one area. It shouldn't be lopsided. It shouldn't be, one area of it should not be out of alignment. Because once an area of your life is out of alignment, what happens is that you feel it everywhere else. So let me give you an example. If, for instance, you are not doing well spiritually, your relationship with God is not where it's supposed to be, it's going to reflect on all the other areas of your life. If your marriage is having issues and you're not happy in your home and your marriage is giving you some stress and all of that, it's going to show because you're not going to be able to give your best in all the other areas of your life. And that's why we're going to address these 5 areas of our lives. And we're going to look at what confusion may look like for you right now in these areas. Okay. And then when we look at that, we're also going to be looking at what clarity looks like in these areas. And then we're going to talk about how you can move from this confusion to a place of clarity and how we can support you through that journey. Are we ready? Are we ready? So I know whether I should go on or should just go home. Are we ready? Like I said before, this is highly interactive. I need to hear from you very often. Okay, it's not just me speaking at you or speaking over your head. I need to know, are you ready for this session today? Are you ready? I'm only hearing from like 3 people, like 4 people. The other people, are we doing this together or are we not? Are you ready? Let me know. Are you ready to participate in this session today? Or should we just close and go home? All right, you are ready. Awesome. Thank you for letting me know you're ready. Okay, so let's look at what this looks like for us. So we talked about the 5-circle principle, and we look at spirituality, wellness, family, enterprise, and relationships. These areas of your life as a woman, as a mom, need to all be in alignment and in sync. Otherwise, you're going to feel like something is missing. And of course, something's missing. And it's going to affect every other area of your life. Thank you for letting me know that, all the ladies on this call. Thank you for letting me know you're ready. We are ready to have a shift from confusion to clarity. I just want to say that to yourself in the chat and say, I am ready to move from confusion to clarity. I am ready to shift from confusion to clarity. I'm ready to leave confusion behind and let it be a thing of the past and walk in a place where I'm constantly living in clarity in my life. Because it's not a one-off event. It's a state you can be in. It can be your reality, your regular reality, to not be confused, but to step into a place of constant clarity in your life. And I'm really praying and I'm hoping and I'm trusting that you're going to open your heart and open your mind to receive what I'm going to share today, so that all of us can move from one level to another. So whatever level of confusion you find yourself, some people are very, very confused. I mean, and that's not even being mean or anything, but it's what it is. Like all the rest of your life, it's not everything's not fine. Let's put it that way. And some of us are clear in some areas, and some areas are a little unclear. So no matter where you are on the spectrum of confusion, it's okay, because we're going to be looking at it together today, and we're going to be talking about shifting from confusion to clarity. All right, let me know who I'm speaking to here today. So we look at spirituality. This is what confusion looks like, if this is you. And I want you to tell me, as I speak, I want you to tell me, there are 4 things on this slide, 4 bullet points on this slide, all right? And I want you to tell me whether it's number 1 you resonate with, or 2, or 3, or 4, or whether it's all. 1 to 4, I want to hear. 0, I want to know which ones that resonates with you, or where you are on your journey now, so that we can look at how we're going to tackle this together today, okay? So for spirituality, if you are in a space of confusion, you're struggling to pray or get serious with studying God's word. Is that you? Are you that person who's struggling? Like, I'm struggling, I don't know, but I find it tough. I find it difficult to be able to stay in the place of prayer, or just to keep myself consistent in the place of studying God's word. Is this you? No, that's number 1. Number 2, you're lethargic when it comes to your relationship with God, meaning you just feel like there's no excitement there. It looks like there's no more fire burning in your heart. Number 3. Okay. And then number 4, you cannot remember the last time you felt great about your spirituality. Which one describes you? 1 to 4, 1 only, 2 only, 3 only, 4 only, or 0? I want to hear 1 and 2. Awesome. Which one describes you? I want to hear from all of you. Which ones describe you here on this slide? You're struggling to pray or get serious, studying God's word. You're lethargic when it comes to your relationship with God. You feel no fire at all burning in your heart. You can't remember the last time you felt great about your spirituality. Which one is it? Which of these things resonates with you when it comes to your spirituality? I want to hear from you so that we know how we're going to tackle it together. All right? Somebody said 3, I've seen 1, I've seen 2, I've seen 3, I've seen 1 again. Who else is saying 1? Who's saying 2? Who's saying 3? Or who's saying 4? Or who's saying 0 or 1 to 4? I want to know. Let's talk about this. We are here for a reason so we can learn together. And I would love it if I'm hearing from you and you're sharing your thoughts. All right. So let's move to the next one. 5 circles, remember? So we'll talk about spirituality. This is what confusion may look like for you right now. 1, 3, 1, 1, 3, 1. Okay. Thank you for sharing. Number 2. All right. Let's look at this. Wellness. When we talk about wellness, we're referring to physical wellness, emotional wellness, mental, in every area, social, environmental, wellness generally. And this is what wellness looks, this is what confusion looks like when we're talking about wellness, okay? You are always feeling physically tired, right? That's you. That's number 1. You're always feeling, I don't even know what's going on, but I'm always tired. Is that you? Number 1. Number 2, you've never felt the need to maintain a great diet or exercise regularly. Is that you? Are you number one? Are you number two? We don't care about diet here. We just, whatever comes to us, we don't bother about working out or taking walks. We don't even know what that is like. Like, I don't know, between one and two. Your mind is full. Your mind is tired. Your mind is overwhelmed. You feel like you're overworked. That's number three right there. Okay. You can't seem to make a decision easily. Like any decision that comes to you, you drag on it. You can't, because you're never sure. It's like you don't even know how to make a decision anymore because you're never sure. It's always like, I don't even know what to do. You cannot make decisions easily. It seems as if you never have energy for the things that matter to you. Somebody's saying 1 and 3, somebody's saying between 1 and 2. Which one is yours? 1 to 4. It seems as if you never have energy for the things that really matter to you. You can't remember the last time you did anything for fun. Or when last you had a great laugh. Okay? Is that you? I want to hear from you. Talk to me about this. Which one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where do you fall on this slide? 1 to 4, 1 to 6, 1 only, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Which ones are describing you right now when it comes to where you are on your wellness journey? Number 6. Okay. 1 to 4, 1 and 3. I want to hear from you. Keep sharing, keep dropping it, okay? And then your family. This is what it looks like when everything is not in sync when it comes to family. All right? Your marriage feels like it's stuck in a rut. You've lost your joy, like there's no bubbling passion, there's no more excitement there. Just like it's just same old, same old. We just do the things, just pay the bills, just say hello, hello to each other, and everybody goes their way. You resent your family members because it feels like life is only about them. You feel burnt out. Like, I'm just spending all my energy on these people. Like, I don't even get any thanks back in return, and I just feel like I'm just giving out everything, but nothing is coming back to me in return. All right. Number 3, you find yourself cranky, yelling for most of your day because something just triggers you these days. It could be something. Somebody didn't shut the door well. Somebody put their slipper somewhere. Oh, why are your socks here? Why are you speaking loud? Why are you too quiet? Something happens to be just there as a trigger for you, right? These days. Tell me, is that you? Is that you? You don't remember the last time you had fun with your children or your spouse? Like fun. What's that? What is fun? It's not even your dictionary anymore. You don't even remember that fun ever existed in your life. You're just doing this like a robot every day, day in, day out, checking in, checking out, checking in, checking out, clocking in, clocking out. There's no fun. There's no time to even think about fun with your children or your spouse. And it's just a boring, tired, overwhelmed existence. Okay? It's always dishes, diapers, and dinner. Pick one of the 3. It's always dishes, diapers, and dinner. And you feel so frustrated right now. Like, what is going on? I am just not like, what is going on with my family? I don't feel at peace in my home. Is that you? Where do you fall? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Where do you fall on this slide? 1 to 5, 3 and 4, 1 and 4, 1 and 6, 1 and 5, I beg your pardon. Where do you fall on this slide? Okay? And then let's look at the next thing. Enterprise. This one talks about whether you are called the ministry, you are a businesswoman, you work in a career, stay at home, whatever that looks like for you, enterprise. If you are in this state of confusion, you are that person who, are you this person? Let's talk about it a little bit. All right. The many ideas lady. Yeah, that's you right there. But you can't seem to find it in you to bring any of your ideas to life. So we are full of ideas. They're always coming to you. You always have all these beautiful ideas, brilliant ideas coming to you. But, well, that's where it ends. That's where it ends. That is where it ends. You never see anything out of all of your ideas, right? Then they never see the light of day. Your career sucks. You are miserable in that job. You hate going to work. You hate what you do. You just hate it, right? God has given you this ministry, but no clue what to do with it. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do with this ministry. It just looks like I don't even know how to start. Where do I start from? What does it look like? How do I make sense of all this things that God has put in my heart to do? Everything is just stuck and your life doesn't seem to be moving forward. Is that you? Are you 1? Are you 2? Are you 3? Are you 4? Or are you 5? Each year you have goals, but they just never happen. They never happen. You're just tired. You are just tired. That's number 6. All right. And you're feeling burnt out of all of these things. And it's like, you know what? I'm tired right now. I am just tired. Okay. Is that you? Which one do you feel like is you? All right. Relationships, friends. What are those? What do we mean? What do we mean, friends? Friends? What friends? I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't have friends. I know a lot of people, but I don't have friends. Is that you? You don't have friends, or you know a lot of them, but nobody's your friend. You can't really say this one's got my back. All right, all of the above. Oh, AK Bobby, all of the above. We're going to talk about this today. That's why we're here. Okay. Is this you? Are you saying I don't have friends at all? Right? Like, what are those? I don't even know what. I'm a loner. You have no close friends that can add value to you. Okay. The circle you're in just drains your energy. You don't know who to talk to, so that, that can help you in your growth process. You don't know which is that. If I have an idea now, who's my sounding board? I have no friends like that. I have nobody to even help me through with this. When it comes to your dreams, you seem to be the only one carrying the burden yourself. There's nobody to even catch your dream for you. Nobody. You are just you're by yourself. Okay? You always feel like a loner, but you have managed to convince yourself that you are fine. Who needs friends anyway? Is that what you're saying to yourself? Like, it's not a big deal. Like, I'll survive. We don't really need friends. It's okay. We'll survive. Is that you? Is that you? You know what? I'm seeing a lot of people say 000, and there's a common thread between those people. And I'm not going to reveal that secret just yet. Okay? But it sounds it's a beautiful thing to see that quite a number of, a few of us have our relationships on point. Some of us don't. Some of us don't have friends at all. We don't have anybody we can trust or, that we can relate with in terms of being amazing people for us and all of that, But it's like, okay, whatever. I'm just like, okay, I don't need friends. What do I need friends for? Okay, maybe that's you. Let's talk about it. Okay, so can you relate with any of these things? Talk about them. How does it make you feel? I want to hear from you. How are you feeling right now as we've talked about all of these things? I just want to hear from you. How are you feeling? Knowing that these things are not things that you're not the only one carrying this burden. There are other people also that feel like you, just by hearing other people say, well, this is also like me. I feel this. It's, I can relate with this. How do you feel right now? Do you feel like, oh, thank God, thank God that I'm not alone. Thank God there's somebody else like me who also feels this way. Or are you saying to yourself, thank God that I'm not even strange? At least that for them to talk about it today, it means that it's other people also experiencing it. I'm not strange. I'm glad I'm not strange. How are you feeling right now? As you've heard me talk about, all these things. How do you feel? Do you feel sense of relief? And there are other people also who can relate with what it is that we're talking about today. I want to hear from you. How does it make you feel? And there are other people like you. How does that make you feel? Relieved to know I'm not the only one on this table. Relieved. Yeah. I mean, just knowing that there are other people. Thank God I'm not alone. There are other people like me. I'm not crazy. Exactly. Like, please, before I'm not crazy. I'm perfectly normal because I'm not the only one here. Other people are feeling this way too. I'm not alone on this table. There are other people like me. I have my sisters here who can totally identify what I'm talking about here. Okay, so let's look at let's go to the other side. What does clarity look like? We've talked about confusion right now. Let's talk about clarity, and the reason we're doing this is because so that you know when you've shifted. If you were in this other on the other side before, and you have now recently moved to another side, how will you know that you've shifted? Or how will you know where to go or what to aspire to be like? So that's why we're going to talk about what clarity looks like in all of these other areas as well. What does clarity look like in all of these other areas? And then we look at how we can get there. Good to know you're not alone, especially about being the cranky. Talk about cranky, right? I know a lot of us are on that table. And it happens when we're overwhelmed, when we're tired, when everything's just not working the way we want it to be. Some things are out of alignment. And it just makes you feel like, you know what, this life is over. Okay. So let's look at what clarity looks like for your spirituality. Okay. This is you. And let me know if this is how you want to look. And of course, if you don't want to look like this, that's okay too. Tell me how you want to look. All right. You're on fire for Jesus. All right. This is the direct opposite of that confusion. You wake up on fire for Jesus. Every single day, you are up and you are excited, fired up, because your relationship with God is just amazing. All right. You wake up every single day ready to dive into prayer, into God's word, because there's just this joy bubbling on the inside of you. You want to become this person. You want to be the person who's super pumped about how sweet your relationship with Jesus is. Like, people are going to say, oh gosh, let me tell you about Jesus. Let me tell you about my lover Jesus. Like, let's talk about it, you know? And you're the one singing, and you can sense God's love around you. You can feel his love, right? You're always connected. You're always intimate with him. You hear everything he's saying to you. You are excited about this. Tell me, is this who you want to be? You want to be this woman? I love it, Fumilola. Achoke says all of the above. Isi says all of it. Onyola says 1 to 5. That's it. Because this is the ideal picture of what we should all be like. We shouldn't be these people stuck in the rut when it comes to our relationship with Jesus. It should be such a beautiful, sweet relationship. But how can we get there? How can we ensure that we move from that other woman, all right, to this woman? This woman, the picture of clarity. Let's call this woman, okay? Let's give her a name, all right? Let's call her Sister Clarity. Let's look for another name for her. Sister Clarence. I don't know what name I'm going to give her. reminds me of Sister C. Reminds me of Sound of Music. Sorry, what's that? Sound of Music? Is it no? Sound of Music. Sister's Acts, right? Let's look for. Let's give her a name, Sister C. All right, we'll pass Sister C. The other one too is Sister C. So how do we differentiate them? C1, C2. Okay, C. She is C super C. She is super C. That one is little C, because we don't want to be there. We don't want to be like that other one. We don't want to be little C. We want to be super C. Sister super C. All right. This woman is who we want to be. You know, on fire. We feel God's love. We feel connection to him. We have an intimate relationship with the Lord. That is who we want to be like. Okay. And then let's talk about our wellness. Oh, this one, your mind is clear. You know, you don't have any toxic emotions, any toxic thoughts in you. Your mind is clear. It's free of negative emotions. You're challenged with great thoughts, propelling you. You have the right mindset to keep you moving in the right direction. Can you see these things? This is what God desires for you when it comes to your wellness. Because now everything is good, like you feel so at peace, all right? You live free of overwhelm, and you know how to use your time effectively. You are now equipped with how to prioritize your time, right? You're no longer this overwhelmed, scattered, always tired, always, stressed out, yelling human. Okay. You are equipped with how to prioritize your time, to stay committed to your daily routine and goals, and you are now living the life free of stress and overwhelm. Tell me, do you want to be this woman? I want to know. Or do you want to go back to the other side? Which one do you want to be? You want to be everything. 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 You want to be this woman who's just at peace. When people are just have no worries in the world. Everything is just on point. She's good when it comes to physical exercises. She's eating well. She's not stressed. She's not overwhelmed. Her mental state is amazing. She has great emotions. She's in tune with her feelings and her emotions. She can, she's able to regulate. I said, you know what? No. I'm not for that today. Like, devil, did you miss your way? Not here today, devil. And she's just totally amazing because she's now well, spirit, soul, and body. All right. This is the big super C woman. Super C woman got her spirituality on points, got her wellness on points. Okay. Now let's look at her family. It's the super C. Okay, you love this woman. I love this woman too. This woman is my best friend. Like me and her, like this, we're like 5 and 6. We are together in this thing. She is my best friend. Okay. Let's talk about family. Your marriage is now so exciting. Remember, Sister Little C, her marriage was like at the point where she's like, I don't know, everything just upside down. Like this marriage, I'm just here because we have to be here. It's not like we're enjoying anything, right? That's Little C. Here we're talking about Sister Big Super C. All right. Her marriage is exciting. She's never been more in love with a spouse. Is that you? Is that who you want to be, lady? You are happier than you have ever been. And of course, it's showing in your parenting. Because let me tell you something. I don't know if you've noticed it. When mom is happy, everybody's happy. Okay? When mom is happy, everybody's calm. Everything is all well and good. When mom is not happy, everybody knows it. Because it shows in how she's behaving. All right? You are happier than you've ever been, and it shows your parenting. Your life is in sync. Okay, everything is rolling well. You have positive energy. You no longer feel the need to yell at your children because now you are in charge of your emotions. You're able to trace your triggers. You know what's going on with you. You know how what is causing you to be upset. You're checking you're checking everything. You don't want to yell at your children. Everything's well with you when it comes to your family. You are happy. You're having fun. It's a beautiful home. Everything is beautiful in this home. Nobody's screaming at the other person. We are all on the same nice page, Not that there's no more challenges in our home, but we're all happy, right? We're all full of joy. Now your children are listening to you. Your family is peaceful, right? You're talking to your kids. They're like, oh, yes, mommy. You're speaking to them in a way that they can understand. You're not talking down at them. I'm just yelling your instructions at them. You're telling them, you know what? Let's do this together. What do you think about this? You are being that authoritative parent, not the authoritarian parent. The one who just yelling at the kids and saying, what I say is law. And then you are also not the parent who does, just leaves them to do what they like, or you are totally on point with this parenting thing because you are that woman who can do it. All right. Now you find that you have a plan in place to understand yourself, your child, and you are armed with a plan to parent your child in a way that supports your child's strength and personality. This is Super C Mama. She is Sister Super C. We want to be like her, right? Because she is the real deal. Mm-hmm. She's a picture we want to paint for ourselves and we want to be like. She's the one we are doing everything we can do to become. Okay? Because she's the ideal woman that we're looking up to. And let me tell you something. Because she's the ideal woman we're looking up to, there is this woman exists in this life. All right. So don't think that, is just some theoretical woman. She exists. And I know them. Mm-hmm. I know these women. I know where they are. I know where to find them. All right. So don't think it's some random woman. This is the real deal. It is happening for people, literally. All right. And I need to be beautiful. If this could be you, this woman, Super C, in your enterprise, you are now crystal clear about God's plans for you. Remember, we talked about from confusion to clarity. That is what we're talking about today. And you want to journey from that place of confusion to a place where you are now crystal clear about God's plans for you. You now live with so much clarity about your purpose and calling. You know what God is saying about you. You know what God wants you to do per time. You're not confused any longer. You know exactly what God wants you to spend your working hours doing. Is that you? Is that what you want for yourself? Let me hear from you. If that is who you want to be, all right? You have so much energy and a solid plan to deliver on your purpose. Is this who you want to be? Is this the kind of woman that you want to show forth? That this is me. Like When they call, when we read this thing, when we come here next year and we read out this bio of this woman, they're going to say, wow, I know her. I know this person. Oh, I met her during this masterclass last year. And guess what? This is who she's become. I saw this title, my old lady. Wow, this is her. Oh my goodness, this is her. How did she become? Oh, we do this together. I saw Fumlala there. I saw MM. I saw Chidima. Oh, this is so Chidima. This is how Chidima is. Wow. I know this woman, right? That's what we want to see by this same time next year. We want to be able to say, this bio is the bio of Chidima. This bio is bio of Temi. This bio is bio of Tola. Is the bio of Omosefe. Is the bio of Joy. Is the bio of Isioma, right? We want to see this as our bio now. When we are being described, and they describe and say, oh, of course that's her. This is my bio, okay? This is who I want to be like. You have so much energy and a solid plan to deliver on your purpose. You now have a way to pursue God's purpose, and you have a plan to consistently deliver on your goals and dreams. I am Sister Super C. Yes, Ajoke, I am Sister Super C, because Sister Super C is the real deal. That is who we are. These are the kind of women that God has called us to be, right? We are these women, okay? And God has empowered us to be this kind of woman. This Super C is our woman. She's the candidate for this life that we want to live. And there's a way to get there. I love this quote by Diane. This is a woman that wrote this piece, and she says, I can compare clarity to pruning in gardening. Think about it. Clarity to pruning in gardening. If you are not clear, nothing is going to happen. Think about it. If you are not clear, nothing is going to happen. You have to be clear. Then you have to be confident about your vision. If we don't talk about clarity here, there's nothing else you are thinking of planning or thinking of doing before the end of the year that will make any sense. You need to weed out. You need to prune. You need to cut off the excesses. Trace off the things that are not supposed to be there. Take out all the toxic things and leave only the original. Clarity is like when you think about it. I don't know how many of us have ever found, maybe go to the beach or something, and you find some things in the sand and all of that. Or you are digging something and you find some things in the earth. And then you tell yourself, oh my goodness, this thing is in the earth. Let's find out what this thing is. What's the first thing you do? You take that thing to maybe around water area, start to wash off all the dirt on the thing, right? So that we can see the full picture of what this thing is. That's exactly what is happening when you move from confusion to clarity. What are we really doing? We're just weeding, we're just pruning, we're just trimming off the excesses. You know why? Because you're not becoming another person. This person, this Super C, is already in you. What you are just doing is removing all the things, all the dirt, all the labels of the past, all the things that people have put on you that you're like, I don't even know who I am anymore. All those things, we are weeding them off. We are pruning them away. We are washing the dirt and the debris and want the real you to emerge. That is what confusion to clarity means, okay? You have to be confident about your vision. And after that, you have to put in a lot of work. That is what Diane says. Because clarity is just taking off all the layers so that the real you can emerge, all right? Is this who you want to be? Sister Super C. So how do you move from this little C lady, like this tiny, pesky little C, into this super confident Sister Super C, okay? Acknowledge where you are on your journey. Like, I love what we've done today here. A lot of us have talked about how I'm number 1 here, I'm 3 there. Oh, mine is 1 to 6. I'm totally all these things you said. I want to move from here to there. We've been super clear. We've been, authentic. We've been real to ourselves to acknowledge where we are on this journey of confusion and say, I don't have it all together. Because if you have it all together, I don't know what you're doing here. Okay? Because this masterclass is for those people who don't have it all together and are looking for a way to ensure that they move to the right place, right? But if you have it all together and nothing is missing, nothing is broken, then it's okay. You don't have to be here. You can just be here to add to our numbers, but you don't really have to be here. But I'm sure that there are a few people here who need to hear this. Okay. So acknowledge where you are on your journey. Where am I? What am I confused about? What is going on with me? And we've been able to break down those areas of our lives. Okay. And say, what are the things that I'm missing here? And then recognize that without confusion, there can be no clarity. Preach it, sister. Without confusion, there can be no clarity, because clarity is sorting out through all the many things and saying, this one, go here. This one, go there. So that means that if you are confused, you are in a good place. At least you are confused. Some people are indifferent. I'm telling you, some people are indifferent. They are neither confused nor clear. And that's the worst place to be at. Because people don't even know you have a problem. But if you're confused, it means you're on the way, you're already on the path to clarity, right? You are in a good place because now you know there's something missing. Number 3, you're going to do a brain dump and you're going to write out exactly where you are and where you like to be. It's a good thing we did this today. Okay, we've done this thing of this is little c, this is super c. Little c looks like this for me. Super c looks like this for me. So maybe you want to draw up one that really, really, you can identify with in your own personal life and say, I want to do this for myself when I go back home, and say, I want to take stock of my life and say, I'm little c in this area. In this other area, I think I'm super c, but this other one I need help here. All right. And tell us where you would like to be. Write it down. This is where I would like to be. And then you think through, what do I need, or who do I need? What do I need in terms of, do I need to change my routine, my structure, how I'm scheduling my life, what I'm doing with myself every day, my daily routine and things like that? Do I need to make any adjustments? Do I need to make any shifts in how I'm parenting my children, how I'm relating with my husband and things like that? What shift do I need to make in my life? And then you ask yourself, who do I need? Do I need to hire someone like a coach, a mentor? Do I need to find someone out, just a friend I can chat with? Whatever you need to do, ask yourself, who do I need, or what do I need? Okay, to get me from where I am right now to where I need to be, or where I want to be. Okay, because acknowledging that fact helps you to clearly see what you should do next. So you can contact the person, look for that course, that program, whatever that looks like for you, and say, I'm moving from, I'm not going to stay here any longer. I'm tired of being confused. I want to move. I'm tired of coming back year after year, back to the same point every single year in confusion. Like, I'm done. This time next year, I don't want to be talking about the same thing. I want to write my bio as Sister Super C. I want to be the woman that embodies that Super C. That's who I want to be. All right. And then ask yourself, what ways will I use to bridge the gap between where I am right now and where I need to be? Write it down and check which ones you already have. Sometimes we already have these resources there, but once you write them down, articulate them, think through it, we don't even know we have them. And then tell yourself, this is what I want. This is where I am right now. This is where I want to go. I have this. I don't have this. How can I get it? Can I partner with somebody else to help me get it? Until you do that exercise, sometimes the picture does not become clear to you. So these 5 steps: acknowledge, recognize, brain dump, thinking through, and seeking ways to bridge the gap. These 5 things are going to help you to move from little c to become super C. Okay? And then, of course, there's also what we do here at Mom University. All right? We are here to help mothers move from a place of confusion to a place of super clarity. So if you're that woman who says, I want to be, and I want to hear from you, right? Like, if we're talking about Mom University here, I want to hear from you. Those of you that I see people here who are not in Mom University, I see people who are here in Mom University and all that. I want to hear from you. I want to be in Mom University because I need help. I just have questions about it. I want to know more about it. I want to hear from you in the chats. I would like to be in Mom University because I want to be the super C. Okay. And I know that I need help in this regard. What can I do to get help in this regard? All right. So I want to hear from you. I would like to be in Mom University, but I have a few questions. Is that you? Let me hear from you. Okay. I want to see it in the chat. I want to be in Mom University. I have questions. Oh, I don't want to be Mom University. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure yet. I want to hear from you. I'm not really sure what Mom University is about. Can you tell me more about it? I want to know what your thoughts are about this. I want to know more about it. I want to go to Mom University. I'm not really sure about it. I want to have questions I want to ask. I want to hear from you because this is a time to take your questions about what we've talked about today earlier, okay? Or about Mom University. I'm going to share a few things about it myself, but before I do, I just want to know where you are at on your journey of, okay, this clarity matter, this confusion matter, this is where I need help and all of that. The reason I'm confused, I really don't know even what I need. Okay, awesome. I love that tire. Okay, and then, so I have a question for you though, which is this. You don't know what you need, but can you relate with any of these things about Sister Little C and the things about Sister Super C? Do you see yourself in any of these things? Just let me know, yes or no. Do you see yourself in these things or not at all? Okay. And then when I tell you a little bit about what we do in Mom University, maybe you see how any of these things can be of help to you. Anybody else here who is asking, you can see yourself. I love it. Okay. Anybody else here? Fumilala, I see Fumilala Oluwayomi here. What's your own take? Are you asking questions about Mom University, or you know what it's about already? You're not ready to join, or you're not interested in joining? I want to hear from you. Safumilala is here. I also see here. Let me see a lady. Okay, Taya already talked about Taya before. I'm not even sure what Tola this is right now, but I see a Tola here also. I see some of you here. Okay, and I want to hear from you. What is stopping you right now? I see Adebukola Oshatui here. I see AK Bobby here, even though I'm like, I don't know who that person is, but I can figure, I can guess what that name can stand for, but I don't know what your full name is. Okay, it'd be nice to know. I just see a few of you in here. I want to hear from you. What do you think? Do you think you have questions about what we do here at Mom University or not? Okay, before I go ahead to share what it is that we do in Mom University and how we can help you and support you on this journey from confusion to clarity. Okay, there are a few things more powerful than a life lived with passionate clarity. Do you know what it feels like to wake up every single day and know the things you've highlighted to do for that day or a year? Like you already know what you're going to be doing this year from beginning to the end of the year. Do you know what that feels like? It is heaven. I can tell you for free. Because that's the kind of life I live, where you know what's going to happen, where you can plan your life from the beginning of the year to the end of the year, and you're super sure. Except of God, of course, God comes and says, "Don't do this, move it this way, or whatever." But you can actually have a plan for your year. Why? Because you're super clear about the things that God is asking you to do. That is a reality that I enjoy. Okay, and that's the journey that I have taken on, taking a few women or many women, however way you want to look at few or many. It's a relative term, right? I've been able to take women on this journey with me for a period of like 6 years, and we are still counting, right? Of how can we move from confusion to clarity? I'm tired of living my life anyhow. I want to move into this realm where I now know what God is saying about me and I can run with my purpose. That is what we do here at Mom University, okay? And this is how we can support you on your journey, okay? So we have in Mom University 2 pathways to step into the school. We have our membership pathway and our academic pathway. Membership pathway, VIP Moms Club, is just a membership where we support mothers in these 5 circles that we mentioned earlier. So we just take programs throughout the year, masterminds throughout the year, just looking through them and growing together as a community. We also have our academic programs, which is what I'm talking about here today. We have in our academic programs 3 streams of programs. We have our Mom Foundation program, okay? For some of the courses I enrolled in the ones I can't because I know I need them. Okay, let me tell you a little bit about what it is that we're doing here at Mom University, and then you let us know which one resonates with you and which one it is that you think you would need right now based on the season you're in. All right, let's talk about it. Our Mom Foundation program is a 12-month program. And of course, if you're here in Mom University as well, I know some of you listening right now are in Mom University, can you please drop in the chat for me what your experience has been, so that other people who are also here can say, well, maybe your story can inspire them and say, I started off this way, this is where I am right now. This is what has happened for me in the last maybe 12 weeks or 6 months, depending on where you are in school, right? Or maybe 1 year. This is what has happened for me. And this is my experience. I want to talk about it in the chat so that those who are here on the call can find a way for them to identify with what you're saying and say, well, maybe it's not for me, maybe it's for me. Our Mom Foundation program is a 12-month program that focuses on laying the right foundation for our moms to understand God's purpose and his kingdom agenda. And what do? We focus on helping you to learn how to understand your identity, discern your purpose, execute and carry out God's purpose for your life, and leave a legacy of purpose for your children. Okay? That is what we do here in the Mom Foundation program. All right? This Mom Foundation program has 3 terms in it. We have terms running September, January, and May of every year. They run for 3 months, from September to November, from January to March, from May to July every year, with breaks in between. And that's what we do in the foundation program. The foundation program consists of 3 different terms where we look at clarity, execute, and legacy. And those terms are just what their names describe, really. You know, a purpose. What is my purpose? How can I execute this thing that God has given to me as my calling or my assignment? And how can I ensure that I leave a legacy of purpose for my children in raising them well? Who is this program for? It is for people that are unsure about who they are beyond motherhood, right? I don't even know who I am anymore. I feel lost. You want to understand your identity, discern your purpose and your calling, and you desire to move from overwhelmed to clarity and impact. Is that you? If that is you, then this program is where you need to be, all right? And you want to also raise children with a sense of legacy and purpose. Then the foundation program is the program you need to be in, all right? That is our first program. Our second program is our Mom Accelerator program, all right? Thank you, Sister Derry, for sharing that. You're equipped to win in life. I love it. After building a foundation of purpose, what next? Now I know what God is saying about my purpose. I have clarity. I understand these things. So now what do I need to do, right? This one is what we call our Business or Enterprise Acceleration Program. It is a coaching program for 6 months that helps you to move from, okay, now I have my ideas. Now I know what God is saying about me. I have this business that I want to run. I have this ministry I'm trying to start. I have this career I'm trying to elevate in. Whatever that looks like for you, right? You take it and say, now we're going to practically work with you to either launch that idea, to scale it, to grow it, to make it have more impact, more influence, and generate more income. That's what we do here in the Enterprise Hub. And this covers, so if you're already somebody who understands where you're supposed to be, and you're like, I just need to know how to execute this thing, then this program is for you. You want to understand how to set up structures for your business, your systems, and how you should run things and all of that. That is for you. And it's for those who are full of brilliant ideas that they just know that they are stuck on how to start it. I have some success in my area right now, in my life right now, but I don't know. I know that there's more than where I am right now. Okay. I just need to know where I need to be. Oh, I love what Temi is saying. Temi is saying here, I love it. Temi says, I also used to be at that place where I was just closing through life, not exactly knowing what I needed. What I did know was that something was missing. I'm no longer that person. It is indeed a community. You get to meet others on the same journey and in the same place you are at. Thank you for sharing that, Temi. Joy says, I started out as a confused being, but after the clarity course, I started getting my life back. I learned that it's not about me, it's about God and his kingdom. Like it is for me to plan, but it is for God to order my steps. I love it. And then when I went into execute, I was about to practice those things that I wasn't sure of. Now I'm building a legacy that will change destinies. It is a whole unlearning and relearning process. Thank you so much, Joy, for sharing that. That is so powerful. And this tells us that it is possible to move from confusion to clarity. There are people who started off this program, like what Joy is saying, like they didn't even know who they were. And here they are. Some people 1 term into the program, some people 2 terms into the program, some people 3 terms into the program, and they are seeing the benefits of what God is doing in their lives. And Atoka is saying, if you desire to leave a godly legacy for your children to carry on, Mom University is the place to be. If living on purpose and with intentionality is your desire, sign up, you will not regret it. Absolutely. That's it. Others are looking at you, okay? And they are saying, this lady is such a beautiful person. She has all these ideas and all of that. But deep down, within yourself that something is missing. People are looking at you and say, oh, wow, she's doing amazing. Her life is perfect. Everything is okay. But deep down, you know that you're tired, you're overwhelmed, you're burning out. You know it. You know it within yourself. You know that your life is not where you need it to be. You have these ideas just flowing through your brain, but you don't know what to do with them. Then you should be in our Mom Accelerator program. Okay? This is so beautiful. says, I was at a point of frustration. I really felt boxed in wondering if there wasn't more to my life. But thank God for this blessed community. It is getting clearer now. This is so powerful. Thank you so much for sharing this with us, So powerful. It's getting clearer now. that is speaking right now, is in one of our programs here in the foundation program. And imagine that. She hasn't even finished her program yet. And she's already seeing a result of what God can do with her. And this can be you. This can be you. This can be you. Okay. Our third program is our influencer program. This one is a leadership program. Leadership coaching bootcamp for mom influencers who are ready for a new level in their journey of purpose. These people are, I know what I'm doing. I already understand my purpose. I know what God is saying about me, but I know that I need to lead my team well. I don't even know how to lead my team properly. I know that I need my leadership skills to be up level, right? I need better leadership skills. This is for you. You're experiencing some level of influence in your life right now, but you know that you need to expand that influence. You are in this position that they put you in, but you know you need support to lead for influence. Because leadership is about influence, it's not about position. You find that you need the right skills to propel a team, but you have tried other things that have not worked for you so far. Others are looking up to you for direction, but you lack the confidence to help your team see the big vision and motivate them to move in that direction. That is why we have this program for you. I am a certified leadership coach with John Maxwell team, and I have been doing this for 6 years now, and it's been an amazing journey, just leading people through these processes. Okay, so if any of these things relates with you, where you are on your journey, then you can go right away to our website, momuniversity.com, and you find access to any of these programs and how you can sign up. And of course, if you have any questions for us, we are more than willing to take your questions, okay? Because we trust that God is waiting for you, really, literally. He's waiting for you to say, my daughter, I know you need help. This is where help can come to you. And that's why God has given us this mandate to raise mothers, to rebuild, to restore and repair the foundation of society. And so that's why you need to take action right away, because today is the day you stop and tell yourself, I will no longer be Sister Little C. I make up my mind to be this super C woman, the woman who has her life aligned. Not that her life is perfect, okay? Not that she never makes mistakes again, but her life is in alignment with the will of God for her. If that is you, I want to see you in the program, okay? If you have any questions, please don't forget you can email us at courses@momuniversity.com. And of course, we'll respond to all your questions, your queries, your whatever whatever thing you want to ask us about how to enroll. We are here to support you on this journey. All right, that's it for today. Next time, we are going to continue our masterclass series. And of course, we want to see you again in the next class. By God's grace, we're trusting God to bring you here, okay? Please, 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 please get in here. Blessing says, I'm going to read what Blessing says here. Blessing says, I always knew there was more to who I can be, but I didn't know. I knew there was more within me than the level I was operating in. I knew I had an assignment that must be done before I see my maker. Mom University has helped me on this journey. It keeps getting better and clearer. I know who I am. This is so powerful. Blessing. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us, because it's in these stories that we see that what we are doing here at Mom University is not a waste. It's impacting lives. People are getting transformed every single day, I tell you. Even those mothers that are not in our academic program, that are only in our VIP Moms Club, right? Or the ones that are in both. Even the ones that are just in our community, like you're here right now. Now, today, you can start to make some changes to your life based on what you heard today. Because Mom University is all about raising mothers to rebuild, to restore, and repair the foundation of society. And we cannot wait to meet you in school in September. All right, ladies, we'll see you again next time by God's grace. I can't wait to see all that God has in store for you. I am expectant and I look forward to seeing you again. Next week, we're going to be looking at reset from overwhelm to purpose. This is one of my favorite topics to teach, okay? Because I'm a queen of overwhelm to purpose. Like, I can help you literally structure out your life in a way that you get out of overwhelm and then say, you know what, I no longer want to be overwhelmed. I want to, I know my daily life is on point because I know what to do. Today we talk about clarity and all of that. Next week Wednesday, at the same time, which is 12 noon MST Mountain Time, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. West African Time. We're going to continue again, and we're going to be talking about how it is that you can move from overwhelm into a life of purpose. All right. I'll see you again next time. It's been a pleasure having you with us today here. God bless you for being a part of today's masterclass series. We will see you next week by God's grace. Take care and God bless you. Bye. Bye, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye. Blessings to you too. Bye.